What's up, guys? This is Charaz again, and my pet is doing crazy shit. And we're in Auchindoun. I think it's called Auchindoun. I don't know for sure. Anyways, we're here in Auchindoun, and yeah, this is an instance or a dungeon that Blizzard had released. Like, well, it's not even released. It's the Warlords of Draenor beta, so yeah, I can't consider it released. But they've opened it for testing in the beta, like a month ago, maybe. I think it's. I think it has been a month ago. I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, I didn't have. Well, I had plenty of time to record it. That's that's not a valid reason. But every time I tried to record it, we wiped at some weird stuff. Maybe even trash. And then somebody left, and the group disbanded. And it has all. And it has been like this all the time. And I tried so hard to actually get some content. Let me just. Oh, I'm gonna use the multi-strike flask. I think it's the best. Yeah. I tried hard to actually get some content going, or to craft some content, but yeah, the groups didn't want to. I just disbanded, and I could. I then proceeded to delete everything I just recorded, and I was pissed. And yeah, that's that. Anyways, we're going to visit the Auchindoun. I think it's called Auchindoun. You can also kinda use the French pronunciation, Auchindoun, whatever you want to call it. It's there. It's the old or the new old instance, Auchindoun. And my pet is on passive. And my pet is still on passive, not doing anything. Now it's actually charged. Anyways, and yeah, I've been here a few times actually, so I don't know what to say. That's a paradox, yeah, but I don't know what to say. I'm just clearing that trash. It's becoming very fucking redundant to do all that. But I will tell you about the boss later on. And yeah. Also, I'm playing Demonology again, which is actually quite a weak spec at the moment. I think when the number tweaking is done, it will be stronger. But actually, it's at the moment it's quite weak and all that. It's annoying. But yeah, we're actually at the first boss here. The first stretch was cleared pretty fast. And what he does is he has one main ability, I think, and that's a shield, or not the shield itself, but an AoE he does, and therefore he throws his shield on a random player's position, and then you have to hide behind the shield to not get AoE'd by the boss. Like you have to be out of line of sight of the boss, and and he's throwing the shield at me. That's pretty nice. I don't have to move that much. And yeah, also what he does is what he also does is he actually creates these orbs of light beneath your feet, and the healer died, so I have to battle res him as soon as possible. He summons these orbs, and if you touch them, they explode. And they also do quite a good chunk of AoE damage on you if you stand inside of them. And on heroic difficulty, however, he lets them explode all at the same time, at a given time, and therefore I'm lagging. That's pretty cool. That's not normal, because it's my router actually. Yeah, it's normal. It has happened a lot of times, and it will happen again because my router is fucking shit. I'm so annoyed by this. I'm really annoyed by this because actually I thought it was fixed by deactivating the IPv6. It is IPv6. Whatever. I deactivated that, and I didn't have any lags for quite a time, and then it started all over again. It just started all over again, and it was, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I can buy a new router, of course, but this will just result in me having the same problem again in a few weeks, because it actually is the second router I bought because of that. Don't know what to do about this. It's annoying. Let's take a look on the damage. Annoying. If I was destruction, I would have done a lot more damage, but it's just not a fun spec. I consider demonology the best spec of demonology warlocks, of warlocks actually. When it comes to the playstyle, because the playstyle of them is pretty awesome. I really like that. I really like. God damn it! Stop lagging. What is this? I hate that. I really hate that. I find this. When I'm an idiot sometimes, doing stuff that will lead to my immediate death in-game, that of course is bad, but it doesn't piss me off as much as like a system failure. It's basically a system failure. It's something I can't do anything about because I don't know how this works. Like, for every other person, if any other person has a problem, there is a solution to it. And when I have a problem, I can call a lot of people. I can call my provider and ask what's wrong. Can you fucking like can you tell me what's wrong with my router? No, there's nothing wrong with your router. Totally not. Like, really, this is really pissing me off. But I really have to I don't know. I'll not talk again about that, because it's not interesting. It's just annoying. It's nothing you should talk about when you're trying to get a walkthrough done. What was I talking about? Yes, demonology is quite a fun spec. It's really awesome, and it will be. I think it will be strong in Warlords of Draenor if they don't fuck it up. And right now, the numbers of demonology, or the demonology warlock itself, is pretty, like, it's pretty weak. It's not hitting very hard, it's not doing a lot of damage, and that's pretty annoying. I think, yeah, the number tweaking is not done yet, so I'm not sure if spamming Soulfire in the Metamorphosis stance is still the right play, because, or the right play style, because yeah, it has been like that in Throne of Thunder, and if you have enough gear, but I don't know if I have enough gear. Anyways, this boss is all about killing the ads if you want to kill them because they stun you, or the Arbiter, Arbiter, whatever it's called, it's Arbiter, will stun you from time to time, and if it stuns your healer, you're gonna have a bad time then. And also you want to hide beneath the bubble, which she actually summoned a second ago. And yeah, that's it. Would you please cast Demon Bolt? I'm lagging again, that's cool. And yeah, that's it. And then you kill her. And you hopefully get some loot. We'll see. In AoE fights, oh my god. Hard to speak right now. But in AoE fights, demonology is not that bad. Okay, it was bad because I didn't hit the last few mobs. But anyways, it's not that bad in AoE fights because your Hand of Gul'dan is hitting pretty hard right now. It's your hardest hitting ability right now, which is pretty obnoxious, but it's your hardest hitting ability. And yeah. Therefore, if you hit a lot of minions with it, you will do a lot more damage. That's yeah, that's quite logic. Anyways, that boss was quite easy. I will talk about the other boss more than about the last boss, because I was kind of I was talking about my router and how all that stuff pisses me off. It's really annoying. But yeah. Should kill that guy though. And I was talking about the demonology warlock. If yeah, that was what I was talking about. Yeah, if they don't fuck up the stats, if they don't fuck up the numbers he's doing, like if they balance him, if they balance the demonology warlock, it's gonna be a very good spec because it provides the warlock with something they will be lacking, and that will be movement. Like not movement, but more the ability to cast anything while moving, because they're not provided with that in Warlords of Draenor. They only have the Kurjan's cunning talent. Cunning tanning? What was I talking about? They have the Kurjan's cunning talent, and it basically resembles the Spirit Walker's Grace of Shamans. And it's not a... like... I don't really know how to describe that, but... if an ability that another class has baseline becomes a talent for another class, this is not a good thing. Yeah, I can keep it like that. It's definitely not a good thing for the class that gets this talent. Well, anyways, you will use it on heavy movement fights, or on fights that whose movement, or that movement, where the movement lines up with the ability cooldown. But you will not use it on fights where you have to deal any damage. And if demonology does some good DPS, you will not need to use the Kurjan's cunning, but you would rather just spec demonology and do some mediocre damage, but on the move, which is actually pretty good. So if they manage to balance it correctly, demonology will be quite a good spec. But right now, I haven't tested in raid tests though, and inside our guild, we're not lacking warlocks or anything right now. It's just like one of our core warlocks is playing Shadow right now, and the other one is on vacation, and that's why I am the only one testing stuff. So I haven't really seen any warlock playing demonology in the same raiding environment that I had playing destruction. Like, you can watch warlocks like Sparkix, or it's not even Sparkix, I think. Sparkix is playing destruction in the raid tests, but if you watch, is it Gaps? No, Gaps is playing, it's Eek, I think. If you watch him play demonology and the DPS he's doing, that doesn't really compare to the DPS you will do, because oh well, didn't use my flask. Because basically, let's just pull the boss, and we'll talk about that later on. So this boss is, I'm an idiot. God, I just used my cooldowns, and I wasn't supposed to use my cooldowns because he becomes immune to anything you do on it, and then he summons some ads, which you have to deal with. Pretty straightforward, and the main thing you have to deal with are these little things, because they cast some kind of Fell Blast on you, and if that thing hits, it hits you for like 90k on heroic. It's a lot, and he summons a lot of them, and if they survive and things like that, it's gonna be very hard for your healer to heal through that. And so yeah, you want to decrease the number of these small ads. And the tricksters, you can see, they disorient you. Like they did when I actually. Oh, thank you, Shadow, for executing him. Like they did when I stood in the fire, or it was one, I think, at the trash. Didn't spend any attention. Pay attention. But yeah, anyways. Oh my god, yeah. I'm disoriented in the fire and all that stuff, and shit happens to me. I think I'm just casting Doom on anything right here because I want to create some more imps. Let's see how this will work out. But I think I will play more destruction in later dungeons because it's actually... It's not like you're helping your group clearing this dungeon when you're on demonology, because demonology is such... It's not in a good spec right now. It's a good spec, but it's not in a good state right now. And yeah. That is annoying. I wish I could play my favorite spec in the beta, but Blizzard basically doesn't want me to. And we'll see what's gonna happen. If they start tweaking the numbers a bit. Would be pretty cool if we would be able to play Demonology again. That would be really awesome. Could you please not? Anyways, this boss is pretty easy. He summons a few ads, which you have to deal with because this guy is killing me right now. And that's pretty bad. Also, you don't want to stand inside of the AoE thingy that appears when he summons the ads, and also you don't want to stand inside the fire. Also, he casts a debuff on players, and they like explode, and that deals damage to everyone around them because it's a debuff. Like on the Shah in that one dungeon of Mr. Pandaria, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about either, so that's perfectly fine. It's not dispellable, and yeah, you really don't want to stand near other players. But yeah, that's it. Pretty easy boss, pretty straightforward. On heroic, actually, I can't talk about that. The way to the last boss is quite a long one. On heroic, he actually fills the room with even more fire when he like jumps to. Oh, there's personal route. Should actually check for that. Pretty bad. He actually jumps to. Like after he summoned his ads. How do I have? Did I bind the fucking banish? No, I didn't bind the banish. Well, anyways. Let's do it like that. I think I bound the banish, but I didn't bind it. And there's the Chaos Wave. On heroic, actually, after he summons his ads, he jumps to a random location on top of a player, I think, and if he does that, he leaves a large trail of fire behind. And you shouldn't stand inside of that either. And also, the ads are hitting for a lot more, and it's gonna be a lot harder to... can I banish that too? It's gonna be a lot harder to... Oh, it's not banishable or what? It's bugged. Anyways, it's gonna be a lot harder to damage through these ads because it's not gonna happen. You can't damage through these ads on heroic, at least not with the gear you have right now. And yeah, that's basically it. You have to kill. I think when I was on the in the heroic mode of that dungeon, the last time we just killed the boss, obviously, and those ads that cast the Fell Blast, aren't they? The Pyromaniacs. And yeah, you have to do it like that, basically, when you want to kill the boss for the first time with low gear. Only um, only kill those small imps that cast the Fell Blast, because oh, I do have Banish Bound. That's pretty cool. Sacrifices at those, so not a huge benefit. So you're not gonna damage through the ads. You don't kill the ads. You may cleave the huge whatever it's a Felguard, I think. You may cleave the Felguard. You may dot it, and but your main damage should be on the imps, on the Pyromaniacs, and on the boss on heroic. And this boss is actually pretty. It's not that easy on heroic. He summons. I should just mass interrupt and dispose. Yeah. It's fairly easy on normal. Because he consists of two phases. Where's my flask going? What is happening? That's pretty weird. Anyways, he consists of two phases. Like the first one is the normal phase, in which he doesn't really do anything because we just damage through that. Normally you would cast a Rain of Fire on a player's position, which you have to avoid by walking out of that, like it's a void zone in normal. And then he uses, when he changes his phase, he sucks in one of the spirits you can see in the background, and then he becomes either a demonology or an affliction or a destruction warlock. And based on these specs, I can call it specs, he's going to have some abilities. Like, he's a demonology warlock now, so he's gonna cast Chaos Wave, which you should not stand inside because it deals a lot of damage. Like a normal Chaos Wave, like a Warlock's Chaos Wave. And I think he also casts Doom on random players, or it's the Chaos Wave which applies Doom on to random players, to players inside of them, and yeah. Oh yeah, it's like that. Any player he hits with any ability, I think, is gonna have Doom on them. But yeah, that's basically it on normal. On heroic, however, this boss has another ability, and he is going to summon infernals on that fixate on players, and therefore, oh no, he's going to explode now. Just a spoiler that. On heroic, he's going to summon some infernals that fixate on players, and you really have to kite them because you can't damage through them. Basically, like, what? Is it really a 100? Okay, that's pretty weird. Okay. Anyways, he's going to summon infernals that fixate on you, and they deal a huge amount of damage if they reach you, so you have to kite them, and you can't damage through them because I didn't have a loot yesterday. Cool. You can't damage through them because they have quite a huge amount of HP, and when you kill one, he summons another one, and therefore you can't deal damage on to the boss. Yeah. But that's the Auchindoun, the new one. It's quite an interesting and it's quite an interesting dungeon. I always want to say instance, but it sounds so wrong. It doesn't sound right. Anyways, it's quite an interesting dungeon. Really reminds me to the old one though, when it comes to the art, because it's still Auchindoun, not like it changed much. But yeah, it's quite a warlockish instance when you resemble that. So if you're a warlock, you're gonna have some fun times here. especially in the heroic and challenge mode of that dungeon, because the heroic mode is already pretty challenging in that gear if you're scaled. It's not going to be that challenging again in better gear, but that's what the challenge mode is for. And yeah, from now on, I'm pretty sure I will play more destruction than demonology. Maybe I will give affliction another chance, but demonology doesn't deal enough damage to be useful in dungeons right now, which is actually pretty annoying and sad, but can't really do anything about that. Um, it's the same reason why warriors are hitting like 1,000,000 with their executes right now, because nothing is tweaked right now. The balancing hasn't yet been done. It's pretty weird that they're testing the rates without having done any balancing, but anyways, because if you test rates without having balanced the class, either of the results of the testing, if it was the classes, if a class performs pretty well on the boss, it won't, or it won't anymore if they nerf it when they balance it and all that stuff. So one of the results of the testing will be flawed, I think. Anyways, they pretty much want to get out the add-on as soon as possible, and I really like that. I want to play it as soon as possible, and yeah. Little shout out to the Shadow, which actually joined the dungeon with me. It's a IRL friend of mine, if I can say it like that, and yeah, feel yourself greeted. Anyways, see you guys again. I'm going to record a lot, maybe. At least one other dungeon. I've planned the Grimrail Depot. It's a silent T. Um, I've also tried this I've also tried to record this dungeon a lot of times yet, but it hadn't worked. It didn't work out yet. So I hope it will work out now. Well, let's try it. And if you want to watch that video, I strongly suggest you to subscribe to this channel, because you will be noticed when I upload something, and when my friend Burger uploads something. Yeah. But anyways, see ya in another video, and yeah, peace.